Hello, all of you. I warmly welcome all of you in the third episode of this audio storybook Dreams Woven as Stories. Name of today's story is Bread and Thirst. This story is a original work of fiction. Unless otherwise indicated, all the names, characters, businesses, places, events, and incidents in this book are either the product of the author's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Third story, Bread and Thirst. At 10 p.m. on the third night from no moon, Brahmananda lies on his bed and starts chanting mantra, while meditating on the University of Ancient India. After a while he falls asleep. When he wakes up, it is 4 a.m. in the morning. Nothing happened as Brahmananda had thought, but he starts writing without getting discouraged. Once upon a time, a young man named Roshan Mishra lived in Lucknow, a city of Uttar Pradesh. He was well educated. He started working in a company, just a few days back, for rupees 8,000 a month. Everything was going well in his life. At the end of the first financial year his salary was rupees 18,000 and on the completion of the second rupees 28,000. Now his savings were getting better. Within a few months, he had collected some money to buy land. After seeing the land, he had decided everything by meeting the landowner. But the same day, at 3 a.m. in the night, he got scared after seeing the dream. When he went to office the next day, he was intimidated and asked to voluntarily resign. Due to being simple and straightforward, he resigned. He asked the landowner for an additional 30 days' time. Even after a month, when he did not get any success, he refused to take the land, telling everything to the landowner. Slowly 2 years passed, but he did not get any job and the money collected was almost exhausted. He became very disappointed and could not understand any right way to earn money. Then all of a sudden, he got an admission letter to appear in the written examination to work on contract in a company. Here he applied about 3 years back. It had been 5 years since he completed his studies. He didn't want to go for the exam as there was no preparation. But, when his mother saw that he did not go to Delhi, a day before the exam, she scolded him a lot. Due to which he got angry and left for Delhi at 8 p.m. without taking any money from home. On reaching the station, when he opened the purse, he had only a rupees 500 note with him. The exam was to start at 12:30 am on the next day. He had never earlier traveled in a train, on an ordinary class ticket. He took an unreserved class ticket of rupees 125 and went to catch the train on the platform. He stood for about 45 minutes but could not dare to board any train going to Delhi. When he tried in one, he got pushed behind. All the people in the ordinary bogie of the train were punched like straw. The condition of the sleeper was bad, even though it was better than general class. Some trains on that route were cancelled that day. It was 15 minutes past 10 in the night. Roshan was standing there. Just then, a man chewing betel, wearing glasses and handmade red color half sweater, sat down taking the support of the pillar next to Roshan. Person, Adam, where will you go? Roshan started looking around, there was no one except him and that person. He stood facing the other side. After some time another train left from there and he remained standing there. Person, put the ticket in your bag and go back home. It is beyond your ability to go to Delhi today. Go home and try to meditate to achieve some supernatural power to travel without means of transportation, otherwise you will always be found standing here, and you will go back your home again. Roshan got angry. But again he stood silently, facing the other side and waited for the next train. Person, the next one is after 1 a.m. Even if you catch it, it will be of no use. Yesterday, that train reached here, 2 hours late. Chandigarh Express will depart from platform number 6 of the narrow gauge at 10:50 p.m. There will be no crowd till Moradabad. Descending Gajroila in the morning. Satyagraha will come there after 1 hour and 30 minutes. All the bogies in it will be of general category. It will reach Delhi in 2 hours. You still have 10 minutes. Without thinking anything, Roshan ran towards the narrow gauge saying thank you. Person, to himself without sound stupid, donkey, 8 train left in front. Couldn't even board in any. For such people, even if the railway stopped the train by making a special announcement, they could not board. He is a stigma in the name of the boy. Here, when Roshan reached the narrow gauge, it was completely dark on the platform and no one was visible on platform. There was no train on any platform. When Roshan saw the time, he felt that it was late. He missed that train. But a few minutes later he saw the train coming. Seeing the train coming, he went ahead. When the train stopped, he sat down in the adjacent compartment, on the chair next to the window. In the compartment, the chair in front of him was empty, in the rest of the place people were sleeping lying down. He too fell asleep with his feet spread silently. At 11 p.m. the train started. After a while, one boy got down from the upper seat to get lighter. While landing, his shoe fell on the man sleeping on the lower berth. Then that man wakes up and in anger ordered that boy to put down the shoe below berth. On that, the boy abused that man. Hearing the man's voice with anger, his wife sleeping on the seat next to him got up. On hearing the abuse words, the man given his one sandal directly on the boy face. Man, I'll stop the train by pulling the chain now. I'll put you in jail. You touched my wife. Boy, as if drunk, yes, pull. Let me also see how much power there is in you and your hidimba. Seeing the manner of speaking of both, Roshan got a little scared. He felt that it should not be late in reaching Delhi because of them. Together with the rest traveller present in that compartment and next compartment, Roshan handled the matter wisely. The smell of alcohol was also coming from the boy's mouth while he was speaking. After all this, the boy went to the restroom. After coming from there, he drank water from Roshan's water bottle and talked with Roshan, then went to sleep. From the conversation, it came to know that the boy's wife is a teacher in the school and that boy works to bring advertisements for an advertising company. Roshan got down at Gajroila at 2:05 in the morning, and, after finding the platform of the next train, went to that platform. Where Roshan was standing, after a while Roshan found that boy was standing next to him. Roshan, you, here? Boy, there is some work in Delhi, I will go ahead after completing it. The train arrived late, at 8 a.m. They both got into the train. As soon as that boy got into the train, he scolded the person sleeping on the upper berth, and made a place for 2 people to sit on that berth, and they both fixed themselves on that place like rock and reached Delhi after 3 hours. After reaching Delhi, both of them used the accessible public toilet in turn. Roshan, now I go, otherwise it will be late. Boy, it won't be late. Eat potato paratha with butter, drink tea, and then go by the metro. Roshan was also hungry, he did not say anything. Both ate 2 parathas, drank tea. The boy gave money for both of them. Then the boy took tokens for both himself and Roshan from the ticket distribution window at the metro station. Roshan went to Okala by metro. Roshan was terrified of being late. He reached the center at 1:15 p.m. by auto for ₹100. After seeing his admit card, the center operator logged into the computer. Operator, just do what you can do in 30 minutes. After 30 minutes Roshan logged out and came out. Then after catching the train, he came back home standing in an ordinary bogie, in which there was no space to breathe. A month later he was called for an interview and was hired. After 2 years his salary increased from ₹18,000 to ₹50,000 per month. He thought of buying the land again, and after seeing the land, he decided everything with the landowner. That night he got scared after seeing a dream. His whole body was drenched with sweat. First scene of the dream. There is a fort in the desert. Roshan is sleeping on the bed in the topmost room in the highest tower. He is wearing silk, white-colored, kurta, pajama with black necklaces open from the front. Black-colored lines are made on the kurta. There is a pink-colored bed sheet on the bed. The bed is bigger than the normal bed. On the wall just opposite the bed in the room, a white candle is lit on a tanish, made of 2 pegs and a wide strip of stone, and something is placed next to the candle. There is an open window in the wall next to the bed. Where standing, one can feel the movement of far and wide outside. Final scene of the dream. Roshan stands in front of Tanish, with his back, with his arms stretched out, sweaty, frightened, facing the window. His forehead is sweating profusely. He doesn't understand anything. He is shouting in a trembling voice, "Begum, begum." An old lady is trying to get in through the window, climbing up with the help of a rope, with an anchor stuck in the window. The age of the woman is around 80 years. She is wearing a pure white sari. There is no tiredness and weakness on her face, as if the old woman had reached there without any effort. The next day, Roshan was intimidated in the office and asked for a resignation letter. He quietly resigned. He tried to get a job by staying in the same city for about 6 months. But he did not get any success. Due to the high cost of living there, he returned to his home. Every time Roshan's condition became like that of a thirsty person who gets only 1 sip of water. Each time at a very low salary, he would got job in the new field. As soon as the situation got better, the job was lost. Again he found himself at zero. Slowly, time was passing again. Somebody suggested Roshan to show the birth chart to astrologer. He took astrological suggestions from many astrologers. But there was no improvement in the situation. In a few words, one of his friends told that if Rahu and Mars are bad, there is also a danger of using Tantra. He was a man who believed in karma. He didn't pay heed to that friend. After a few more days, Roshan once thought of doing a broom, and traced the exorcist. He went to the exorcist's place. The exorcist was sitting on the bed of the reed. About 25-26 people were sitting on the ground on all three sides, talking about their problems. The exorcist was giving clove, camphor to people to throw and burn. People were going back putting money in his pocket. Roshan stood by giving an empty space near the cot. Exorcist, looking at Roshan, sit down. Will take time. Old Amma, looking at the Roshan Betva, it is your turn after us. Exorcist, I sit at 4 in the morning and sit till 12 in the night. A girl, Baba, it is so crowded in the morning also? Exorcist, looking at Roshan, no. By 6 a.m., it is easy to talk. A woman, my boy has a very high fever and does not listen my words. Old Amma, yes, the boy is very ill. Exorcist, laughs, hey, I will fix everything. A girl, Baba, do my work, I am getting late, I am coming from college without informing at home. Exorcist, taking out all the money from pocket and giving it to the girl, count it. A girl, after counting, 3,000 only. Exorcist, only. If someone wants change, then take from her. After giving change, the girl gave 500 notes to exorcist. A girl, showing photo of boy, I am not getting married. No one is accepting. Exorcist, eat this clove every morning on an empty stomach. The marriage will be fixed in 60 days and your mind will also start functioning properly. Similarly, 2 hours passed. Roshan did in and out many times in such a long time. Exorcist, looking at Roshan, will continue to do Kathak all the time? Sit at one place quietly. Then 4 boys from the village came. Elder boy, touching feet, Baba, don't know where the buffalo has disappeared? Exorcist, went to work in a closed factory. Can't come, go bring buffalo. Elder boy, putting 2 coin in exorcist's pocket, Baba, if I come at leisure, then I will sit. After a while it started getting dark. Roshan came back. After 7 days, in the morning, he went again. Baba was sitting on the ground outside the house. A boy was sitting in front of him and the boy's father was standing. Exorcist, Bira has exploded. Where are lemons? Boy, giving lemons, yes. Exorcist, blowing 4 lemons after moving 7 times around your head, throwing each one in all 4 directions. The boy's father took all the 4 lemons. Exorcist, seeing the boy picking up the remaining lemons, leave some for me too. Bira will not be cut by your throwing. I have to do something. Both left from there. Roshan was standing away and looking around silently, everyone. Now Roshan went and sat in front of exorcist. Exorcist, looking at the bamboo, this, which has become like a thin branch in the bamboo, thorn it. Roshan, picking up the sickle, kept near the exorcist and standing near the bamboo. Which one? Exorcist, pointing with finger, that one, this too. After this, the exorcist ordered Roshan to clean the place where the exorcist was sitting. After cleaning of that place, without listening Roshan's problem, the exorcist blew camphor and gave it to him to burn. When Roshan was coming back, he found a milkman on the way. Milkman, why you trying these things? Roshan, how you know? Milkman, I know everything. If you fall into all this, your life will be ruined. Nothing will be achieved by you, everything is only karma. By dedicating everything to the goddess, do your work. For your satisfaction, I will show you the house of a Panditji. If you want, then met him. After a few more days, Roshan went to Panditji's place. As soon as he reached, he touched his feet and told the problem. Panditji, there is a fault. Roshan, what? What to do? Panditji, everything is karma. It's open, enjoy. If there is a lot of problem, then, pointing with the hand, I can made it this much small by chanting and doing heaven. Roshan, how much will it cost? Panditji, rupees 1,500. Will take 3 days. Roshan, surely, I will get a job after that. Panditji, yes. But you will join or not, it depends on you. Roshan, I will. On giving money, Panditji read out the resolution. On the 3rd day everything was completed in a day. Roshan dreamed again in the night. Dream Introduction. Roshan lives in a very beautiful country. There were people following only one religion from the beginning. On the basis of the teachings and researches of that religion, that country had progressed a lot. But gradually the new generation people found it very difficult to live life on the basis of those teachings and they abandoned it. Whatever possible for some people, they kept trying to follow those rules. Due to which the highest vidya in that country disappeared forever. After its disappearance, the number of people who did not believe in this religion became very large and they came to power. Coming to power, they dissuaded the Brahmin class of that religion from the work of education and rituals and confined them to the work of wages. New language, education system practiced. All old literature destroyed. A large number of machines were manufactured for the work of wages. Due to which the Brahmins of previous system got less work of wages and they were left with no other way but to beg for a living. First scene of the dream. It is evening. Roshan, along with one of his female friends, is walking around the market talking slowly, here and there. There an old woman dressed in a dirty white sari is begging. The old woman holds Roshan's feet and asks for bread to eat. Seeing her, Roshan felt that the old woman was hungry for a long time. But Roshan scolds the old lady and goes to her house laughing. Her house is on top of a multi-storied building. After reaching Roshan's house, the old woman dies due to hunger. That old woman had begged last time for bread from Roshan. Second scene of the dream. It's night time. Roshan is sleeping in his room. The window of his room is open. There is a vault in the front wall. An old woman wearing a black sari is trying to enter his room through the window, with the help of a rope. That old lady is bald. That old lady has a long shudiya in her head. Roshan wakes up suddenly and gets very scared seeing that old lady. Third scene of the dream. Roshan is looking at the old woman in front of the open vault, with both hands outstretched, facing the window. A candle is burning in the safe. A dry bread is placed next to the candle. He is shouting in a trembling voice, Bagam, Bagam, Bagam. Even seeing the dream, Roshan woke up. In the morning, He made a roti or bread and fed it to the cow. He donated pulses, rice, wheat powder, jaggery, salt, fruit, money in the temple and asked for forgiveness from inert, conscious, non-moving, moving creature for whatever troubles he had caused to them in any time and space. About 15 days later, he was called for an interview for the government job exam written 4 years ago, but then a pandemic broke out and a nationwide shutdown was announced, due to which the interview got postponed. 90 days later, slowdown started in shutdown. Then he got work in a new area for 180 days. After this, Roshan himself started taking contracts for small works. Gradually his condition improved and he never had to look back in life. Thanking you for listening to this small fiction. Please share with others. We will meet with another story in the next episode. Till then, goodbye, have a nice time.